Yo, what is going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we are back with another Veve and Ecomi video, man. We're going to be addressing some points that were brought up with some of my recent videos and some questions I've been getting asked on Twitter, and also some comments I've been receiving. People are kind of wondering my perspective on how Veve is not built for crypto people and the onboarding and who Veve is actually targeting and stuff like that. So it's a lot of questions in that area, and I'm going to be giving you all my perspective on it and the way that I look at things, in the way that I see this going in the future. Now, to touch on the first topic, Veve not being built for crypto people, I want to make a very clear distinction here. I don't think that Veve is not built for crypto people. I think that crypto people are unimportant, and that's the distinction that I want to make here. So, what I mean by that, keep in mind, I'm from crypto. I am one of these crypto people, but I look at it from a perspective of, I understand that it's just bigger than me. I understand that it needs to be bigger than me to be successful. If it's not bigger than me, I don't believe in the success of Veve, to be completely honest. If crypto is as big as it gets, I think the project is doomed. So you have to understand that this is why I say it's unimportant. Like, crypto people are unimportant. Crypto people make up, like, what, 1% of the world? Like, that's how many people are invested in crypto as far as even, like, Bitcoin. So you can't put too much value in thinking that that's going to drive a project that needs millions and millions of people like Veve. So, especially with, like, the top brands in the world, like the amount of people that can be attracted and stuff like this, you have certain brands themselves who have, like, fans that's up in hundreds of millions. So, yeah. And also, I feel like some people kind of get upset when you say, oh, crypto people are unimportant. I'm a crypto person. I feel sad about this. Like, how can you say I'm not important? Like, I feel like people look at it like that as opposed to looking at it like an investor. That's like investing in a store and investing in a business and being upset that store is not catering to you. No, you don't matter. Like, cater to the customer. I don't want to own a Walmart, then walk in there and you're catering to people like me. I am the minority. Cater to the customer. I want to have stuff in there that the average people living in those neighborhoods need. The average people living in those neighborhoods are going to come back and buy. Like, that is who I want this thing catered to. I don't need you kissing my ass. I need you kissing their ass so that money goes to my pocket. It's really that simple. And I feel like that's my perspective when I'm looking at it. I don't need the minority. I don't need the minority's ass kissed. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's how I see things. So, when it comes down to it, also one of my points is people outside of crypto. Like, one of the points that was made was people outside of crypto won't understand the concept of NFTs. The true scarcity, the unique value, and like the physical collectibles. So, what you have to understand is this is a new industry. This is a very, very new industry. Education is going to be important. It's a lot of things in this generation. Like, there's so many new, like, a lot of these internet fields didn't exist not too long ago. It hasn't been that long since this stuff didn't exist. Like, it's been in my lifetime where the internet has gone from dial-up, that weird-ass alien sound, to where it's at now, where you can just pop up a tab, pop up a phone or something like it. It's been transitions. Like, trying to explain to someone then that you could just click a button and the internet would work, as opposed to waiting for the like that's a learning curve, especially when you come from the old school. Like, that's like going from a pager to a cell phone, like, and going from, like, one of them brick cell phones that looked like a house phone that wasn't good then either, like, to like an iPhone. Like, trying to explain that this glass screen is the same thing as someone using that brick phone. It's like, there is education that needs to be done when it comes down to something that changes the world. But there's always going to be that. There's always going to be that thing that people that education that needs to be spread. And that's what's important. I feel like Veve has to spread that education. So when it comes down to the true scarcity, the value and things like that of NFTs, and how most people won't understand the high prices. This was another point. Most people won't understand the high prices. Do you actually think people understood the high prices of Pokemon cards? A freaking slab of cardboard going for the amount of money that Pokemon cards are going for. That's not something that was understood. That's something that eventually people caught on to the fact that, oh, it's people who will pay certain amounts of money because they have that type of attachment to this brand, to this product. That's something that was learned over time. So I think that you have to wrap your head around the fact that the more new things come out, the more new things come into existence, people learn how to use it. Like, for instance, back when I used to play video games, you couldn't really buy things in the game. You buy the disc, you put the disc in, and you played the game. You can get on the internet, you can play with other people. There was not really any items to buy. Now you can't really go into a game without cosmetics and stuff to buy. And then they have DLCs, map upgrades. Back when I first started gaming, when you bought a game, it was the complete game. They didn't say, oh, here, let me give you a half-ass game and then add in the rest of the content later. Like, things change and you have to adapt. And it's the company's job to do a good job of teaching the consumer the change, teaching the consumer about the product. Like, and that's what Veve has to get right. They have to teach the consumer, but they don't have to teach it in a crypto way. And this is what I mean. So because of these brands, they're going to be targeting like a ton of different types of people. I think that they're going to be targeting people like Marvel fans. They're going to be Marvel fans, Disney fans, like NFL fans, obviously Batman fans and things like that. They have the opportunity to have something that's going to cater to millions and millions of people. Now, as far as the price point goes, like, only collectors will have certain things on Veve. But I think the bigger picture here when it comes to these collectibles is there's always going to be drops. So new people can come in and get some of the cheaper items. And when it comes down to understanding why certain items are more valuable than others, that's that learning curve that I'm talking about. So they can get educated on the fact that if you buy a skin in Fortnite or you buy a skin in Call of Duty, people spend thousands of dollars a year on game consoles and all this different stuff, and it brings them no value. If you buy something in Veve, it's going to have more value by the end of the year. It's not going to go down in value. And I think that, well, it could go down in value, but it's very much more likely that it's going to go up in value. So, people understanding that this is an asset. This is an asset, and it does not have to be like, I understand for crypto people, it's decentralization. It's it's the fact that you have true ownership. You can take it off the platform. Like, when I think of the masses, my thoughts lean towards the gaming industry, but also the other industry. So when it comes down to the gaming industry, when you buy that Fortnite skin, it's yours. You don't think about the fact that if Fortnite disappears one day, your skin is gone forever. But when it comes down to an asset, obviously people think about stuff like that. Because if a platform leaves with your asset, you no longer retain that asset. And obviously you pay a little bit more than people pay for a Fortnite skin. But even on Veve, that's barely the case, especially if you get it on drop day. You're barely paying more than a Fortnite skin. So that's the thing here. These things are going to be, and I also feel like there's going to be some things that aren't meant to be as scarce. I feel like there's going to be something for everyone. So there's going to be these NFTs that you can grab for cheap prices where it's going to still retain and hold some value, but at the same time, it may not be something. It's just filler. I feel like not filler. I don't want to say filler since Veve is a premium brand, but filler in a sense where it's just there so people can have something. Because everything just sells out and goes so fast, then these flippers put it on the market for these crazy amounts of money, and I feel like that is what's cutting off a huge portion of who can use this app. It's the fact that we have a ton of crypto people right now. So I feel like something has to be done. Like something needs to be done when it comes down to how quickly things can go up in price and stuff like that. Now, it's great for collectors, but I feel like blind boxes and stuff like that will be a solution. Something where you can put out like 100,000 or more of these things, and people have a chance to get this stuff directly from Veve. Like blind boxes, pack openings, or packs and stuff like that. I feel like that's a solution to the marketplace being super overpriced, because yes, a lot of the time the average consumer is not going to be able to get anything from the market. So that I understand that, but when it comes down to mass adoption, that's why I always say this is a content problem. Because if the old content is going to be out of people's price range, that means we have to bank on the new content being affordable, and the new content, people being able to actually get that. That way, millions of people can come on and they don't have to pay tons of money. Now, yes, if you're talking about getting 100 million people on here to buy something that starts out being listed in a marketplace for $2,000, that's going to cut out a huge percentage of the world, the population. That's going to cut out a huge percentage. But if Veve fixes the content problem, and adds things like blind drops, and adds more ways for people to get content, and more ways for content to be used, like even within the Veveverse, being able to rent out content to people, find a way to put content in people's hands. If they can educate people on why it's valuable to hold this content and why it's going for so much, but at the same time allow them to enjoy the experience, like rent out the NFT from somebody in the Veveverse and then still use it around the Veveverse world and things like that. I feel like if Veve does this well, that's where mass adoption will come from. So as you can see, this is a Hot Wheels car. Hot Wheels car on the screen right here, going for $140,000. Obviously, it's like, I don't know if that's real gold. I don't know if that's real gold. I mean diamonds. I doubt it, but I mean it could be. It could definitely be real diamonds. But well, for that price, it actually probably is real diamonds. But yeah, so these things can get super, super expensive. And certain stuff like this, what I can see in Veve happening is something like this can make a comeback. It's rare in real life, but in this can be recreated. It can be recreated so people can actually buy this in virtual reality. And it's a lot more affordable. Now, will it go up to this price? Who knows if the virtual reality version is going to go up, or the augmented reality version is going to go up to this same type of price. But it can be offered like the same, like a lot of rare things in the world can be offered on Veve again. Like it can be offered like the Mona Lisa, for instance. I gave that example before. They can offer the Mona Lisa for something more affordable than you would have to pay for it in real life. So as far as onboarding gamers, I feel like gamers and parents are kind of a package deal, because a lot of children, especially when it comes to children, a lot of children, they fund their entertainment from their parents. So when you get children on the platform, their parents are going to see what it is they're spending their money on. Their parents are going to be funding a lot of this, and they're going to be able to see something on the app that they like. They're going to be like, oh, they got Star Trek on here, they got this, they got that. Then the parents are going to be interested as well. And especially when the kids can find out they can take pictures with these characters and stuff like that, they run up to their parent like, Mom, look, I got a picture of Batman and stuff like that. So I feel like that's going to be, like, the experience is what's going to really be selling Veve around the world. Then you have things like role-playing videos, YouTube videos. People don't understand that role-playing videos on YouTube gets hundreds of millions of views a month. Hundreds of millions of views a month. That's what role-playing videos do. And also you got the Veve verse experience that's going to attract people and onboard people, because all you need is those Veveverse experiences to start to go viral. Like Veve needs to have something that's viral worthy within the Veveverse, if not the Veveverse itself, and those viral moments and experiences can go around the internet and go crazy. Then you just need influencers who strictly just who kids can look up to, kind of like Ryan's toy review. A lot of like he sold a lot of toys. Like this is just the influencer world. Like we live in a world where everybody has some level of influence. Like you have some people who's going to value what you say. Like the scales is different. Like obviously some people put more effort into getting their influence higher, but ultimately everyone has someone they can share it with. So if I feel like Veve has something that everyone would want to get and everyone would want to share. So I feel like that's what's important here. Being able to educate on why these things are valuable without necessarily including crypto. And then you just leave it to social media. You leave it to social media like TikTok. Even TikToks go viral all the time. And as far as targeting, that this is why I would say that there's really not a target. There's really, everyone is really the target, because you got a video like TikTok that goes viral. That's damn near Like, you don't know who's watching on TikTok. If something's getting hundreds of millions of views on TikTok, then that could be, it's people from so many different industries. It's just people at that point. And that's the best part about social media. Like, that's the best part about social media. And this is how people are getting educated and learning things these days about stuff that they don't know. Like, I feel like Veve can be used to create amazing videos using some of the most notable brands or known brands in the world. And through these videos, through this content put out on social media, people are going to get educated that Veve exists. People are going to learn the fact that you can make money. You can make money by simply buying assets. Like, they don't have to understand that it's the crypto world, the NFT space. Like, they don't have to understand how all of that works. Like, all of that is irrelevant. It's really this simple. You buy a skin, you buy a Fortnite skin on Fortnite, it's completely useless. You buy something on Veve, it retains its value and could potentially be worth more in the future. You buy something that's going to go up in value. That's all you need to sell the consumer on. Like, all the crypto, if you get a crypto wallet, the scarcity, you truly own this. Like, no one gives a shit. They don't need to know why it's different from a Fortnite skin. They just need to know the fact that if they buy this, they get money for it. They can go up in value. They don't need to understand like that. The average consumer, this is what I mean by I say the average consumer just does not give a shit. I like putting myself in that mindset back when I'm growing up, when I'm enjoying these things, when I like somebody trying to explain a wallet to me, like, I'm not going to understand all that. It's going to be too much. Like, it's only something that crypto people are really going to get. And that's why a lot of projects I feel like will fail. People are trying to shove the benefits of crypto down people's throats. What's genius about Veve is you don't have to shove this complex thing down the average consumer's throat. All you have to do is tell them, you buy this, it goes up in value. You buy Fortnite, Call of Duty, or any of the stuff in there, it's useless, it's worthless. So if your kid spends $10 on this, they don't make anything. If your kid spends $10 on this, it could be worth $100 a year from now. So whenever your kid gets tired of this, don't want it anymore, whatever, you can trade it back in or sell it back in and get your money back plus some. So that's all people really need to know. That's all the average consumer actually cares about. Everyone is not an investor. I think that a lot of people come into this project with the investor's mindset, not realizing that everyone's not an investor. Everyone does not care about the benefits of investing in crypto. And I feel like, no, and I get it. I get it, the fact that crypto people are excited about this life-changing, world-changing revolution taking place right now. I get it. I am in crypto. I'm happy about this as well. But I also understand that a lot of stuff that I'm happy about, that's like me growing up, I guess I'm used to it. I could never talk to friends about anime because they just never gave a shit. I could never talk to friends about websites I created. I can't say, yo, look, I made this complex battle feature. These calculations are crazy. And all they see is an attack that takes down a green bar. It's nothing that looks too crazy to them. But to me, I understood the work that went in. Like, it took me 1,000 lines of code to do that. And my friends weren't impressed. It's like certain things, it's unimportant. Like, but when I showed them the website and be like, yo, look at this website I made. It made me $1,000 this day. They're, wow, how'd you do that? Then they're interested in that. So that's my mindset when it comes to it. It's like, I understand when you're excited about something, you understand something complex. But what you have to understand is no matter your understanding of crypto, like whether you're a beginner, whether you're an expert, even the beginners, you understand something that the average person probably will not. And it's going to take some time for the average person to wrap their head around. When you bypass all that and just don't even tell them about it and say, you can make money from this asset if you buy it, that's all they need to know. Like, that's what's genius about Veve. They separate the crypto world from Veve. And that's what I feel like is valuable. That's how I feel like it's going to target, that they're going to be able to have mass adoption. It's the simple fact that they don't need to let everybody know the crypto benefits. All they need to let everybody know is the benefits. the benefits, we know that the benefits are the crypto benefits, but they don't need to know that that's crypto benefits. All they need to know, they don't need to know that, oh, it's very scarce, there's limited editions, blah, blah, blah. All they need to know that if they buy this, it has a great chance of going up. All they need to see is historical data that this exact NFT is going up this amount of time and stuff like that. Like if Veve can educate them through giving them more information and seeing what certain assets do and things like that. And honestly, I don't even think that that's going to be that important. I think that the parents are going to buy something for their kids anyway. Like the kids are going to have something to entertain themselves. All I think is that Veve needs a great experience, and it's going to basically if Veve has a great experience, people are going to buy things in Veve. That's my thought process about it. But hopefully this had kind of explained the way that I think about things, the way that I see things. I know that it could. Maybe it's a topic that needs to be discussed and organized a little bit better. It's kind of a lot filled into this topic, I feel like. So hopefully that was clear as possible. But yeah, let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on it. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on notifications so you stay updated. And I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace out, Joe.